successionist thing that's been going around for about the last week.
You mean state of Jefferson again?
No, well, I mean, sure, the state of Jefferson, that's been a local thing for, for
Long.
long time. But no, since the election, there's petitions being submitted to the White House.
Oh, from Texas.
Well, it's all the states, but they're submitting these petitions to the White House to succeed.
You CC'd me.
Yeah.
They're so angry they can't make the rich richer this time.
So they're petitioning the White House?
Yes. There's a movement going about. I'm not exactly
Are they
sure.
going to start a new United States or something?
Well,
That won't do them any good anyway.
that's what I tend to think.
There's no thinking that's gospel truth. He can't do anything. He's got to go to Congress. He's got to go through Congress. President can't do anything.
No.
Doesn't have the power to do that.
Well, correct.
He could take it and submit it, but the people can do that direct through their congressman. Yeah, petitioning the White House is just, that's an exercise in futility.
Well, I would tend to agree. I would tend to agree because, and for one thing, I mean, most of this succession movement is because of Obama being reelected.
C-session. Not succession. It's C-session.
Secession, yes. You're correct.
Succession is different
Yeah,
than
he
C-session.
confused me. He says succession. Succession of what?
Well,
He
with
needs to get out of
a
the
new
movie.
government, succession,
C-session?
C-session. Yes. Anyway,
I mean, I just, because succession is different. It's like, succession means you're following somebody else who's succeeding them.
right, correct.
Yeah.
But CC means to remove or
To remove.
What he's saying is that some of the states are petitioning to secede
They're kind of out
from
of
the
the Union.
United States of
Yeah.
America.
That's foolishness.
What states are doing that so far?
There's the petitions going for every state.
I heard about Texas.
But yeah, Texas has about the most. Last time I heard, it was like 76,000 signatures so far.
When I lived in Texas, they believe that they already are a sovereign nation out of the U.S.
Well, they are.
From
So is
1800s.
California.
From the 1800s.
Oh yeah, because they were an independent nation before they joined the Union. Absolutely.
Yeah, they needed us.
Well, that's kind of like saying I was a civilian before I joined the army.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's all over. Once you join, it's all over.
Oh, wow, William. I think
Fogged over immediately.
Yeah.
Have some more salad there, Dan. You don't have to
I
have
think
salad.
we're going to have something else. It's a good salad.
You play
I
hell
got to
in
eat my
those,
whites tonight, too.
Dan,
What?
you play hell in those mortgage bond places, don't you?
I do well. My wife says, "Why wasn't loaded up that way?" I said, "Well, they say take what you want." So I do. And like Sizzler, I have a salad that's like a little steak. Who cares about the steak? The salad's where I go for. You get to have it.
Senior citizens, when I lived in Visalia, Sizzler senior citizens was only $7.
I don't know where it is now. It's about 9 or 10.
Probably.
I might have. You said have some more. I said okay.
Oh,
Pretty darn good salad. I think. Good.
I hope it don't rain for a few more days. I gotta go south.
Was it not quite done yet, William?
One half of the pan was done on the little pigs in a blanket. The other half was still kind of raw, so I turned it around.
The big one's okay.
Looks good.
Hmm.
I got glaucoma and I don't drive in bed with it. I don't see well. As long as the sun's shining, I can sleep. Not no snowstorms and stuff no more.
Yeah.
Why do you want to get some too?
I'm
As
interested
well.
in
It's
the
pretty darn good. I think.
secession from the nation movement.
Well, yeah, it really fascinates me too because I'm an anarchist. I'm not I ceased being part of the political thing back in 2004 when Mr. Bush stole the election for the second time. And I understand how everybody is very distraught with Mr. Obama, but we need to exhaust our constitutional remedies before we try this path, which is going to lead to violence.
Right. I agree with that.
Because the articles of impeachment have not been filed,
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Obama. I mean, let's look at this Benghazi affair. Here is a perfect impeachable offense, and Mr. Romney didn't even take the advantage of that opportunity to use that controversy to kind of like win over the electorate.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting how
Oh, okay.
how now we're dissatisfied with the president, and we're trying to seek relief from the president by submitting these petitions for
Thanks
leaving the nation. It
That's a
does.
pretty extreme measure.
Well, it's idiocy. I think.
Counterproductive, really.
Counterproductive.
Counterproductive.
Doesn't appear to accomplish anything.
Well, it makes you wonder. When you look at the roots of the Civil War and stuff, that was the Civil War.
Oh,
The roots of the Civil War.
we don't want that again. We don't want that kind of stuff. No way.
It was outside influences that created that division and promoted the war. So I think if we value our freedom and the peace, that we need to if somebody's committed a crime, we need to indict them, prosecute them.
Why isn't Bush in jail?
Well, the UN has a court of the Hague Court, International Court for prosecuting war criminals. That should be pursued.
It should be.
And actually, I understand that
Maybe it's that, yeah.
I was watching some videos the other day. I forget exactly what it related to,
I did already.
but
First time I gave her a cookie when she was a little
he's actually wanted by the court,
Good.
Mr. Bush.
Oh,
And supposedly he had some foreign visits to, I forget which country it was. I think it was Canada. And because of this situation, he had to cancel his trip because he might have been taken into custody.
Another 5 to 7 minutes, and that'll be what we
Okay.
dive into, okay?
All right.
So I'll let you guys keep track of that one. You've never cooked a
Hang on,
day in your
Chris.
life, have you?
Thank you. Thank you.
she did it again, really. She did it again. We're happy. We can rejoice.
This is a pasta salad. that
Rejoice and be
we
glad.
Oh.
There you go.
Amen.
I'm not an Obama fan, but everything that's wrong with this country right now happened in the 8 years preceding Obama. Who was that?
Oh, well, correct. And not only that, but
2 illegal wars. You just go right on down the line. But they blame it all on that poor old black guy.
oh, correct. And not only that, but he's actually expanded and made those matters worse. So to me, that's making him just as complicit. Sure, he said that. Oh, we've extracted ourselves from Iraq
What they
and
need
stuff.
to do is take all those goddamn Republicans and sit there and refuse to negotiate, refuse to speak to a Democrat, throw their asses out, give them their last damn paycheck, put somebody in there that can sit and talk. and get stuff straightened out. Is what needs to happen. Those teacuppers,
Tea party.
Yeah, Tea Party guys.
last year, they go in there to the wherever they're meeting, whatever they're doing. They just sit there and fold their arms and go, "We're not talking."
They don't let them talk. I mean, that's the big problem with the way the political system is if you were a Tea Party candidate and you were trying to get ballot access,
No.
it's impossible. And
Not candidates. Ones that have already been elected and are sitting in the room with the rest of the representatives or whatever they are.
right. And how many of them are there? Like a dozen or
I
so?
don't know, but there's enough to disrupt the proceedings and not allow it to proceed.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I had just realized I lost this and I got it back. I am blessed. Thank you very much.
See how
Yes, you are
simple a
here.
little tripod makes them very happy.
Yeah, we all see it differently, I guess. I don't know. My father-in-law had quite a few years ago, had the right idea. Keep these politicians in line.
What was his idea?
Yeah. What was his method?
Every once in a while, you just walk in and shoot a couple of them.
Well, I think we should just put them in prison.
Assassination.
I just think we should, prosecute them and put them in prison for their crimes.
Absolutely.
If we could do that, and especially the
What about that one
bankers.
lady who elects the generals? She's got another general in trouble now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Petraeus.
Well,
Oh, that's
Petraeus,
right.
yeah.
Anderson.
Well, that goes back to the Benghazi thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is just a huge cesspool of disinformation that we
She
only
must
know
be
a
the
fraction.
girl, huh?
Must be quite a girl.
We only know what they want us to know. That's
Yeah.
all we know.
Precisely.
Well, McCain wants a commission to
Huh?
look into it like Watergate.
Benghazi thing.
That's what he said this morning.
What's this Benghazi thing? I haven't heard about it.
Chris, what's his last name?
I don't remember his last name.
Holder? No, he's a AG.
There were four. It was a diplomat and 3 other people were killed in Benghazi.
When they hit the
And they said it was all because
September
of that
11th.
film. They said it was because of that film. It was a bunch of bunk. That was all planned out ahead of time. That film had nothing to do with it. Really.
Yeah, nothing.
And it was
advance
like
warning and everything.
it was like the president didn't know anything about it. I don't know. Who knows? If he did or not. I don't know.
Well, that's like I was watching something on television last night, part of the news, about an outpost there in Afghanistan. That everybody got wiped out. There was
That's not throwaway,
there
dude.
was like
They wash them. Oh,
10 or
they're not
12.
throwaway.
Too late now.
Pick it up.
He
I got
just pulled it off for me.
Thank you.
I
Thank you, Chris. I don't think so. It looks like it's not some
I don't
plastic. Anyway,
know.
they would be
I'm a
upset if
single
we
guy.
threw away. Don't throw
When
them
I
away.
use something, I throw it away.
I know. I know, Lou. That's why I just tried to encourage you not to do it.
Uh,
Because we don't want the ladies to be upset at us.
Are you telling me that I gotta get a woman or what?
No, I will not tell you that.
Hint, hint.
That's your business, Lou. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
You're not gonna tell me to get a woman?
Nope.
That's good because we're gonna end our friendship right now.
Well, you've already been there and tried that, so I figure you must have some reason to not have one. So
Well, I've been divorced since '78, so I figured there's a reason.
I've been divorced 5 times, so there must be.
5 times? Still practicing, huh?
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
Well, I've only been divorced since 2005, so I'm still looking to practice. So
So the only guy that knows what he's doing in here is Dan. He's still married.
I'm married.
Are you? Yeah, but
Not
you
as
don't,
long. No,
you
that's
don't count. You're not,
You're not old.
Shit, I got underwear older than you.
We've been married 20 minutes.
Dan's the only guy that knows what to do.
Yeah.
She's got that one down. It's like slopping hogs every day. Keep them happy.
Mm-hmm.
that's it. I'm
Oh,
thankful. I'm
yeah.
not gonna say that. I'm thankful.
Lady, get back in here. Come on. Come on.
Don't I get a star or a CUDA or something then? This is 2 in a row, you know, that I've been here.
No?
I gotta get some star on my forehead or something.
Yeah, should we start issuing cards and you start getting a stamp on it,
Well, we
and then
guys
at the
get a
end of
little
it
punch
you
card.
get
Free cup of coffee.
yeah, free cup of coffee.
Oh dear.
I won't be here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, William, he was here last week too.
Cool. I'm only here every other
And he
day.
even showed up at the dinner.
I was at the dinner too.
I won't be here for 2 weeks.
You're gonna be down south, you said?
Yeah, Thanksgiving. My son's building my granddaughter bed. Frame and drawers, you know. He wants me to come down.
Not as crispy as it could be, but it's pretty good.
It was, it's delicious before. It was good. It's
Still delicious.
it's so good. I'm sure it's better.
Building furniture. Oh,
You did it again. Thank you.
but
We can do it. We can do it.
Oh, if you have pears, bring me pears on Tuesday and I'll make something like this with pears.
Oh yeah. I don't have any pears. Sorry.
Pears were.
Tomatoes were my thing. And my tomatoes are pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm.
lady, she got nothing.
You didn't can any?
They did all right though.
We used them up too fast. Yeah.
I froze a bunch.
So Nadine
I
sent
froze
her
them. I didn't can
apologies.
anything.
She can't be here today.
Just put it in a pot and
Karen
Cooked
just
her
walked
button.
in. She's
Put a
taking
pot
the day
in the
off
bags.
today.
Bag and throw it in the fridge.
You are? I'll send her down here then.
Yeah, I'm standing there the other night and she had, you know, you want to say anything, Roy? And it took me completely by surprise.
Oh darn. And you didn't
I
have
had
any
no
words
clue.
to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing Nadine wanted to make sure that you guys knew is that Sheriff Lopi has agreed to come down and sit down and talk to you guys in one of your Wednesday meetings. The day has yet to be determined. But-
That's cool.
Oh, that's great.
He's a nice guy.
Informal is always good.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So bring me pears, guys, and I'll make that.
Somebody has pears?
I'll send Karen here.
Somebody has pears? Just
Pears or
If you
peaches?
have any winter pears,
No, I
No,
sure
we
don't.
got no pear trees.
our pears didn't turn out too good this year.
I don't think very few people have good pears.
The apples turned out great.
Yeah,
That's
tons of apples.
Good apples too. Love them apples.
I've lost cherries 2 years in a row now.
That's so good.
Well,
My tomatoes
you
didn't
gotta
do too
watch
bad.
'em, you know?
Birds
Got a lot of good tomatoes.
The birds.
Yeah, mine-
Shared a lot.
And the bears.
And with us, it's
For only doing 3 plants this year,
But
or no, I did
like
4.
last year, I was watching them.
I got a huge yield.
Taste one every day. I thought, okay, about 2 more days.
I mean, I think I grew more plants last year, but got less tomatoes.
Yeah. Gotta cover them with a net. If you
Yeah.
got a small enough tree.
Well, last year I
That
didn't
ain't gonna
have,
Stop the
I
bear.
didn't get them in till like just about July, so it was too late. But
We get quite a few
Mm.
bears.
tomatoes, but this year I got them in the first part of May.
You know,
Net won't help you with the bear.
you know where
It's good for the
Yeah, that's about the soonest you can get them in around here.
Joe Stewart,
Uh-huh.
that's what. He was there.
I had my garden tilled up in the fall before the spring, instead of waiting till
She keeps them
Till it
away.
got
Yeah, do it now. That's
until it got dry enough, and that was way late. You know, and I didn't. It was just not good.
It seems like the water's pretty low too. It seems like the river should be a lot higher by now.
They didn't raise it up.
They
It's still at 1,000 up out of the dam.
no really.
Iron Gate hasn't.
They're controlling it or something.
Well, they're trying to fill Klamath Lake up. It's at an 18-year low.
Well, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, of course, there's a lawsuit against it because they didn't let the water out as a federal mandate to raise the river up to the salmon. But if they do that, then Klamath Lake is going to be really down,
Mhm.
which means there won't be any water for the spring release.
Yep.
I was in the Happy Camp about 4 or 5 years ago. Cade Mountain, when I passed the car, a couple people sitting out there in lawn chairs, and they had what looked like cameras on a tripod. Well, maybe they're filming eagles down in the canyon or something. So on my way back, I stopped, asked them what they were doing. And they were sitting up there measuring the change in the depth of the river as they have water out up above.
From up on top of the mountain?
Yeah, and there was a guy down there on a boat
Wow.
also doing something about measuring,
Wow.
which I guess, like what do they do with radio signals? They
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Triangulate them.
trying, I think that's what they were doing with depths or something. Yeah.
It seems like a high-tech way to do something. All you need is a measuring.
So you need to sit down by the river for a minute.
You can see it.
What is freaking stick?
Well, unless they're gonna do like real time kind of monitoring, where it's maybe like on a float,
Yeah.
and you know it's
Mhm.
electronically
They
you
do
know
that
recorded.
They do that on a lot of the rivers. I'm a kayaker, so I pay attention to water levels all the time. And a lot of the local rivers all over Northern California, Southern Oregon, have electronic timers or monitors.
Mhm.
Every half hour, there's a flow reading. So if you look at dreamflows.com, it'll show you what the water flow is.
Right then,
Right then,
real
every
real
30
time.
minutes. Every 30 minutes it updates.
Wow.
And then down the Klamath River, that's at Iron Gate Dam, and then there's another one in Syad, and another one down below somewhere. Down below here, I'm not sure where.
Wichita or something, maybe,
Something like
or Orleans or something like that, maybe.
Maybe Orleans. Because, you know, the water is higher down here than it is up there because of all the other rivers and creeks flowing in.
Oh,
I'm ready for rain so I can go kayaking.
Well, I'm ready for the rain too. I keep expecting, you know, I might just go down here and put my nozzle back in the gravel if you know things don't pick up here pretty soon.
what are you gonna do if it rains? Why you?
Well, you know, there's gravel bars and stuff that are you know exposed now that you know you can mine legally.
Yeah.
You know.
You're right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, once that water comes up, you know, over it, you know, you can't
Right.
get the boomer out there and work it, you know, because you're dredging.
Oh,
Imagine you don't want to make a little silt in the river or anything.
Oh my, no, why? Pretty horrible.
any of you guys NASCAR fans?
Huh?
NASCAR?
NASCAR fans?
A
No.
little. I don't follow it much, but I do like
Oh, okay. I'll shut up.
No, what you got? Daytona coming up here pretty soon or
it.
something?
Coming down to one race, isn't it?
Down to one race for the year.
Well, tell us when you used to be a race car driver. I mean, you must have done that at least once or twice. You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I thought with your expertise, you'd at least have been a race car driver.
Did a little racing, but not in a race car.
Well, see,
Yeah.
it's coming out now. See, twinkle his eye. Hey, Will. Oh. Come on out with it. We know that you were a famous car racer up and down the Klamath. Oh, you're probably on the.
No, actually, when I was going to college, I was a motorcycle cop. Got involved in a few high-speed pursuits.
Probably out in the salt flats. Probably.
I wish. I was around little towns outside of Boston. A lot of traffic.
Like Boston. Huh?
A lot of traffic.
Boston, Massachusetts type Boston?
Yes.
The Boston?
Yes.
No, I guess you got that twang in your voice, don't you?
Well, I kind of lost it. I've done a little bit of traveling since then.
We still got that twang. I can feel that little twang.
If I go back there and stay for any length of time, it comes back rather quick.
You hear it right now. It's twang. Have you heard it playing? Little
As
twang.
soon as he said Boston, I picked up a little bit.
I got friends in Boston, French Canadians.
He's not a y'all
They got
guy.
the accent
No,
and
that's
everything,
me,
But
You live down south?
they're-
Kind of
Where you from?
grows on you.
Alabama.
they're
Yeah.
families. You
I spent some
can't-
time in Fort Rucker, Alabama.
You did?
You can sit in a room and you
Yeah,
think
That's the only
you're
Alabama I had. My wife lived in
You think you're
Enterprise.
in a room full of foreigners.
Well, I moved
aliens or
away.
some damn thing.
When I was in fourth grade,
Yeah.
moved out here. Well, actually, yeah, fourth grade, moved out to California.
Where'd you move from?
Originally from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Then we moved to little towns outside of Jackson, Mississippi.
Tuscaloosa.
You one of them rednecks.
Know that little town.
I could be.
It's in my genes.
Yeah.
On my mother's side of the family, I'm fifth generation California.
Wow. Well, the only native in my family is my daughter. She was born here a long time ago, but she was born here. My little girl is going to be 50.
Wow.
I got a son, gonna be 46.
Yeah, but this is my youngest.
This
is
That was my oldest.
Yeah, this is my youngest.
My youngest is
I have
36.
3 great grandchildren in this town.
I'll probably never get any of those. My grandchildren are. The oldest one is 14 right now.
My grandchildren are all full-grown men
Oh, yeah.
and one woman.
Oh, yeah.
One grandchild. That's a girl. The
Yeah,
only
Me
girl.
too.
And my grandson, who's my son Louis' son, and I are all born on the same day.
Is that right?
Wow.
All born on September 10th.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
That
Yeah,
is.
he's in high school here. She's graduated from Stanford and is teaching high school in Sacramento, married a DEA agent. Actually, he's a supervisor.
Wow.
She's doing rather well. Got a couple of kids. Little Krista's not little Krista anymore. Getting old, Ann. Oh, it was pretty obvious at the dinner when they started way back in the wars. And I stand up and I'm the only guy in the front of the line.
Right.
The Lone Ranger.
Was that World War
Yeah.
Yeah.
Civil War.
One?
Civil War, but my horse died.
Last
He didn't
time,
make it.
last time I was down south, my son, we were in the car going someplace, and my son goes, "Dad, Cooper wants to ask you a question." One of my grandsons. I go, turn around, and I go, "What do you need, Cooper?" Whatever it is, ask me. He goes, "Grandpa, were you in World War II?" I go, "No." I'm old, but I'm not that damn old.
Well, unfortunately, I qualified.
Right. My dad was World War II.
I was a war baby.
One year, years ago, I used to go out with this lady once
Baby
in a
boomer.
while.
I
We
didn't
went
work for
to Calistoga.
Uh-huh.
And while we were out to dinner, there was a group of people from Germany. Some guy was trying to take a picture, so the gal was with me, said, "Would you like me to take a picture so you could be in it with your group?" I said, "Well, thank you very much," so she did, and blah, blah, blah. And she spoke a little German, so they got to chit-chatting. Anyway, she told them, she said, "Well, yeah, my date that I'm with there, he flew the tail end of the Berlin airlift." This is true, the rest of the story. From that time on, we were there another 4 or 5 days. We used to go around town hiding from them because I couldn't buy anything. If you bought a soda, they'd pay for it. Go to have breakfast, they'd pay for it. And I'm going, "Hey, wait a minute, guys."
Time out.
But they were so grateful. But people in this country, leading back to what you were starting to say, they don't realize truly the devastation of the war. You know, they haven't
No,
No, have no concept of it.
walked through the rubble and seeing the business in the basement because top is all bombed
we
up.
haven't
Debris.
had to sacrifice.
Women whose men are dead or got kids or out
Yeah.
there prostituting to feed the kids.
Yeah.
They don't know in this country. They just don't know. So then they come up with a lot of words, you know,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and we're going to sue this and sue that. Everybody's suing everybody,
Well, that's what
and
it is.
now they're going to secede. I have a question for you.
Certainly.
How do you secede from the president?
Well, that's just
That's
the
the most
thing.
asinine thing I've ever heard.
Oh, absolutely. But it's becoming very popular though. And
What's becoming popular? Stupidity.
Yes.
oh, yes,
I have a
yes.
very low tolerance for stupidity.
Oh,
I
well.
warn you right up front. You know, ignorance is that's one thing.
Stupidity's
You're
different.
just not informed. But stupidity,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
I think it has to do with this entitlement attitude that most people have. They grow
if you
up
have
and they
nothing better to do with your extra time. Go out and get another job.
oh absolutely but the thing is that today just that basic pursuit is almost impossible
If so
anymore.
many people are so unhappy and want to secede, how did Obama get elected?
Exactly. And
That's
how did
right.
Congressman?
How did he get in?
That's
Right?
And all
Well,
the congressmen are
it's supposed to
tired of
be,
It's
you
been
know.
know
my
what it's all
experience in a
about?
few years that I've been in this world
You know what it's
that
all
the
about?
squeaky wheel gets the grease. And the squeaky wheel has always been, and will probably continue, I don't know, to be the minority, a very small group who wants everything for nothing. Well, you know what? I don't have much compassion or empathy for them. What I got, I earned. And if you don't want to, or you don't have the ability, or whatever, don't come crying to me.
Well, right, and it's not the function of the government to steal from you to make everything correct.
Let me tell you something right now. Okay? Everybody does this. They blame the government for this, the government for that. The government always gets blamed.
Did what?
You are the government.
That's right.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
That's
You
right.
don't like it? Get together and change it. Everybody talks about the government like it was some secret entity that came from Mars and is walking around here.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
You are the government.
Yep. Mhm.
And you do have the ability to do something about it. Complacency is what kills it. And I'm probably the biggest offender. I have both the education and legal background to get involved. But do I? Nah. You know why?
Right.
Not bothering me.
Right.
It's called complacency.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
And that's I don't know when you start taking the poor masses, and especially here it is in our culture, I mean, if you go to a third world nation like the places where we've served, and you've seen that, and then you come back here and you see what we're blessed with.
I'm glad. I'm thankful.
Let me tell you something.
Gosh.
It's one thing to go to a third country, either in the military or on your own, merit, money, vacation, whatever. It's another thing to live there
Oh, for sure.
Correct.
and raise your family there.
Correct.
There's a
Correct.
very, very big difference.
Stay there. Stay.
I would totally say that because the guys that when I served in Japan, the guys who were like pioneers and had families, Japanese wives, and they were totally different, had a total different mindset than us single sailors who were out tearing up the town every night. Totally.
I was in the Pacific Theater, know a little bit about Japan. Thing is, my boy, is that we won that war. And we should own Japan, but we don't. We should own Europe, but we don't. Every war and facility we've ever been in, we have won. Have we kept the territory? Never. We've indebted ourselves to them, built them up, and now we owe them. And now you're gonna turn around and say, blah, 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 Japanese.
Look at
Don't
the
blame
China.
them. Look in the mirror.
Look at the Chinese, how they're taking over so much of that stuff.
That's right.
We owe them more money than anybody else, probably. The Chinese. Well, why were we?
Actually, the Federal Reserve owns more bonds than China.
Federal Reserve.
Owns
Why?
more.
Why do you say that?
QE3.
No.
Federal Reserve is comprised of 5 individuals that are the richest men in this country and doesn't have one single thing to do with the government. Nothing. Zero.
Correct. But they own the most treasury bonds too.
They own everything. They control it. They control what this country does. Not Obama, not the reps, not
Yeah.
Tip O'Neill, not Congress.
Yes, and that's
Big
actually
five.
the problem. I mean, if we're gonna,
And we don't elect the president. They do. You can go vote if you want. Not gonna do you any damn good. But
make you feel good.
I already did.
If you voted for the one that if you voted for Obama, it'll make you feel good. But the problem is most of us voted for Romney.
Elections have come, they walk up to you and they say, well, listen, we're gonna give you a choice. You want us to shoot you or hang you? That's a choice.
The results the same. Huh?
There you go, Dan. There you go. Dan knows. We're a little older than you guys, and I've heard this story for maybe 80 years. And, well, I don't know, that'll make me 10. That was a little, maybe 70 years. But it never changes. But everybody becomes an armchair quarterback, and everybody complains and blah, 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 blah. But the majority of the people that could do something about it sit on their dumb asses and do nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Yep. Complacency.
They sail from remorse to apathy and back again. I don't know.
You're right.
But you know what?
Yeah.
With all of its faults and everything else,
We got the best
for this
thing going in the
country,
world.
and I would
I'm
do it again.
thankful. I'm thankful. I am.
I would do it again.
Me too.
I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I am. I have many blessings. I can't complain. I have no complaints at all.
I don't either,
I
Dan.
have a lot of things to be thankful for. And if I don't, I better start thinking about what's happened.
You know what it reminds me? Remember that old thing during World War II and the guy was complaining because he had no shoes to wear overseas
And then,
until he saw the guy with no feet.
That's right.
yeah,
It's all relative. Is there a challenge? Absolutely. You know, you can sit and moan about it, or you can face it and do the best you can with what you've got.
I'm thankful. I am.
Am I going to complain? Nah. Do I think I have a right to complain? No.
Really, we have a lot of blessings that we never earned, but we just have them,
There you go, Dan.
and we're thankful for them.
There you go.
I
But I don't know about you guys, but I happen to know that Dan's a Christian, as am I. Don't wave a flag, but I am a Christian. And I will die a Christian.
Yeah.
And if I can help somebody, I will.
Mhm.
I won't give them a fish, but I'll teach them how to fish.
Well, give them a fish and then teach them as you're teaching them how to fish.
There you go.
Well,
And there are
Okay.
people in this country.
hey, Roy, I'll give him a tomato. How about that?
There you
Oh, there you go. Vegan.
Because that's something I have.
Definitely.
That's something I have on kids.
You know?
I get what I have, you know.
But, you know, it's awful easy to make it very simplistic. But in reality, if we wanted to, there are enough controlling people in this country. And there are more millionaires and billionaires now than there ever have been in the life of this country, regardless of what the value of the dollar is.
Mhm.
And there really would be no need for anybody to be sleeping under a bridge, or go to the borough, or go down below the Bronx, or any of those places, most of which I've seen. People, you know, going into these buildings that have been evacuated and are condemned, and crawling into those little crawl spaces in the hall under the stairs to sleep, to stay out of the weather. Why? Why? But we can make a big deal out about sending $3.80 over to a third country. Ew, those poor kids are starving. What the hell do you think they're doing here?
Same damn thing.
What are they doing here?
Oh yeah.
You know, Dan, without getting real personal, you and I both know that we could pretty much do whatever we wanted to do, go wherever we wanted to go, almost anytime we wanted. Don't have to plan it. Don't have to save up all year. How many people in this town can't? A lot.
There's quite a few actually.
A lot.
Even in a poor town like Happy.
Damn right. And
Poor town.
Why is not help given to towns like this? This isn't even a town. Years ago, old Dennis and I started to make some ways to make this incorporated. Everybody had a fit, mostly the pot growers. Hey, that had to create a problem. The county didn't even know where the line was. They said, well, tell us where you want it. Hello? This is the county seat? I have all those documents. The documents between the chamber, when your wife was in there, and when I designed the Welcome Center, and oversaw the building, and then made up the contractual situation between Forest Service and Happy Camp Chamber. What happened to it? What happened to the one with the park? Everything gets shut down. And then you come around and you say, well, we really need to help these people. He's got to get to the VA, and how's he going to get there? Well, let the son of a bitch walk. You want my help? Be glad to. But when I give it to you, use it. They don't. They don't. Do
Well,
I
I'm
still
sure-
help? Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Does that make me a sucker?
I'm sure
Maybe.
Karen and Lou, I'm sure Karen and
Good-hearted.
and Doreen and Nadine are trying their best to help. They are. They're dedicated
You
themselves.
know why
to
I'm
this
here
work.
today and where I was last week and the dinner? Not because of the VA, not because of the veterans, because of this operation.
Yeah,
They're
this
operating
family
on
service.
very, very little money.
Yeah.
Damn near got shut down.
We
And
did.
they're busting their humps to do what? To get a job for themselves? To help other people.
They are trying their best. They are.
That's why I keep coming here from Karen
Hey,
to help her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
that is.
And
This is
we
why
can
I
be
try to keep
thankful.
quiet, because once I get going,
Oh, you're
being
speaking.
a former attorney, I don't have any problem. I have a background as an attorney and as an engineer.
You know, we can be very thankful for people like that that are willing to give.
They really do, and they do it every single day. Not today, and I'll see you next month.
That's right.
Every single day.
That's right. You're right, dear Lou. That's right.
And there are people in this town that do a lot. Not only do they not get recognized, they get badmouthed.
Yeah.
His wife's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Judy doesn't have an evil or crooked bone in her body. If she told a lie, her tongue would fall off. She's the most honest,
Doing her
greatest
best, I know
woman.
that.
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she is. And I can't tell you how many times I had to turn to somebody and say,
You better watch that.
hey, you
Yeah,
got something to say it. Let me see it.
She's definitely been the backside of some things a few times.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember that. I remember.
Remember Liz and all you guys who really were doing the thing, and all of a sudden somebody walked in and took over everything. And
Oh, yeah.
so Rosemary and Judy and all they just said, okay, bye, see ya. You wanna take it over? Have
You got
fun.
I had just gotten out of the hospital, Dan, and they came over to me. I was recuperating down at Elk Creek.
Yeah.
We'd like you to audit this bank account. Easy.
Mhm.
Why are you doing this? What do you need? Blah, 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 about Rosemary Boring and Judy Bushy.
Mhm.
Says, you know what? Take it somewhere else. And I gave it back to them.
No, it was,
That's bullcrap, Dan.
basically.
It really is.
Yeah, well, she writes your article every week in the newspaper for free.
I know.
She
wrote-
gets a,
She
I
wrote
take
one
it
for
back,
his
she gets a
newspaper.
free newspaper report, that's what she gets.
She wrote one that was in yesterday's paper.
Tuesday. That's really good.
Yep.
Anyway.
You're fine.
Anyway, gentlemen, I don't know what your involvement wants to be or can be, but that's what it's all about.
Well,
But if you want to do something,
Dream
start right here at home.
That's right. We gotta
And if
start
you
right
start
here.
right here, we'll go to the next street, go to the
Yeah,
next
that's right,
town. Don't come to me and start talking about seceding from the president.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the most
That's
idiotic thing I've heard in my whole life.
yeah, totally
You know, come on.
crazy.
Well, thank you, Doreen. You did a wonderful job there. And it was
Outstanding.
appreciated by all.
Listen, when you gonna start bringing some food up?
I was late, so dang.
She did what? Lou?
Tell me to take next day off.
Don't say that, Lou. Shh. We don't want to discourage her. Pat her on the back. Tell her a good
Well,
job.
listen, if I didn't pick on her, she'd think I was mad at her.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
it was definitely worthwhile, Doreen. Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Did that Karen ever
You know,
cook
a
up
few
your
years
sweet
ago,
potatoes?
Dan, a few years ago, Dennis and I wrote a letter to the White House, and they actually responded.
For sure.
Which administration was that?
Not with armed guards. Huh?
It wasn't Obama.
Cool.
Yeah, I think somewhere I still got the letter.
The response?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you know, I figured get a rubber stamp signature. It was hand signed.
Right.
Wet ink.
Well, one of the things that kind of discouraged me was I understand that our president was condoling with some of the people who lost their loved ones with a form letter. Some of the people who lost their loved ones in Afghanistan or someplace, and it was a form letter that was just everybody got the same letter, which was kind of discouraging because I think it could have been a little more personal than that. Because that's kind of like a slap in the face, really.
Well, you know what? I just saw.
At least that's what I understand. I don't know. I didn't really see the letter, but
I saw a letter of appreciation from. It was signed by Harry Truman,
Mhm.
and it was this a friend of mine had posted it on Facebook, and it was his father's.
yeah, well, that's cool.
You know, and it just basically. I mean, it was like a form letter, and it was all typewritten, but actually the signature actually looked like Harry Truman's signature.
It probably was.
You
But they used
know,
to do
I
stuff
mean,
like that.
and I thought that was a great piece of
Yeah, literature.
There were a few guys that did that kind of stuff. FDR, Truman, Eisenhower, they all did that.
Yeah.
But them days are gone. And the only guy that really did try to turn this country around was a guy by the name of Kennedy. And they shot him.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
Then they shot the guy that supposedly did it to make sure he didn't talk.
We didn't even, I was in the Navy when they shot him. And
Yeah.
we didn't even know for 3 days.
When he was shot was in 1962.
Yeah.
I was establishing residency, and I was on the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Harbor Patrol, and I was out patrolling in the boat out in the harbor when the news came over.
you never know what to expect.
We were 3 days out of Pearl Harbor, coming from Japan. And
Well, some of these, the way it is going today, you don't know. When you see something like that happen, what's the next step? You know.
the old man said he didn't know what was happening. Cause just before we went into Pearl, he got on the bitch box and told everybody.
Well, you know, the sad truth is that if somebody wants to kill the president,
They can do it.
they can do it.
It's easy.
You know, how do you guard against everybody? You can't.
Impossible.
Now you guard against a guy that can shoot him from a mile away.
There's technology that probably could do that, isn't there?
Damn right there is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn right there is.
And I'm sure that it's available to the Wrong kind of people too.
Absolutely more available to them than it is you or I.
Well, I don't want it. I don't want to have that kind of responsibility myself. I would sooner not have anything to do with it.
No, I mean the weapon, not the.
Well, I don't want the weapon even. Myself, I don't need it.
No.
But
I'd hate to shoot a deer with it. You'd have instant hamburger.
you'd have to go. You have to go a long ways to pick it up. Too. Think all that way. You have to go get it.
Yeah.
Take your little helicopter, go pick it up. I guess. Oh, well, that's okay.
Oh,
Pretty
well.
good, huh, Chris?
Ah,
I
Good
could eat
pasta
that all
salad.
day. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's,
good pasta.
I had 2 servings the other night too. My wife didn't care for hers. I ate mine. Ate hers and mine.
That's the only pasta
Ah,
salad
dear.
I ever ate that was actually edible.
That's delicious. I think
That
it's,
was really
that's the
good.
kind of salad I like to make.
Yeah.
Where you have put everything in it.
Everything but onion.
And my wife says, "That's not salad." I said, "Well, to me it is. I throw in all kinds of stuff. You know, whatever I have.
Refrigerator salad.
That's it.
Whatever's in there.
Yeah. Little pasta, a little. Who knows what I have? A little ham, a little turkey, a little whatever. Lots of tomatoes, green peppers, zucchini. Yeah, slice a few zucchini in there. You know,
There you go. Yeah.
maybe a little bit of lettuce. But I go to these places and they say they give you a salad. It's a big pile of lettuce. To me, a salad's got a lot of other things in it.
You got that right.
When they put a little dressing on top of a pile of lettuce, that's not a salad. That's
We throw one cherry
Rabbit
tomato in
food.
there.
And
My
the
father used to
tomato-
call that rabbit
And the tomato's probably yellowish orange, I mean ripe. And I went up to Taylor's sausage here a while back and got a ship salad and 1 or 2 little slices of wedges of half ripe tomato. And I thought, man, I should have brought my own tomatoes along and sliced a few and throw them in there. That's what I should have done. I had plenty to do it too. Or say, here guys, have some tomatoes. Get some real tomatoes in there. These junky half ripe ones from Australia or someplace. Who knows where they're from.
Oh, well.
I'll order one globally.
No. Hey, what'd I say? What'd I say?
But anyway,
Come on.
and I kind of keep it.
Come
I kind of
on.
have a little in the salad and keep adding to it. It gets better every day. You know?
That's right.
It does. It does.
I kind of like doing that with my feed bag, which is just like a trail mix kind of combination.
yeah.
You know, you just pour whatever you got in there: peanuts, chocolate chips, cereal, whatever.
And then you get some of that dressing and it starts working into the stuff too. You know,
Oh no, I don't put dressing on my trail mix.
no salad. I'm talking about salad. I'm talking about salad. Or sometimes I make hot dish, and the hot dish and salad are almost the same, except the salad's cold and the hot dish is hot. I just sort of slice a few tomatoes here, slice a few tomatoes here, slice it, you know.
You like to eat, don't you?
I do my share.
You can tell by his physique that he doesn't suffer from food colic. Yeah, just too many meals.
Well, I'm not overly, well, I'm about 20 pounds more than I should be probably, but that's one of those things that happens in older age, I guess. You don't get to hike the hills.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
that's
When I used to hike the hills, I was about 20 pounds less, so that kept me down.
Hell, I've had the same waist size for 50 years.
I believe it.
I can't put any weight on it, no matter how much I
yeah.
eat.
You must have a pretty high metabolism.
Yeah.
His basal metabolic rate is pretty high.
Well, they say my heart and everything's working fine, so I'm thankful. What can I say? You
There you
know? Don't have
go.
high blood pressure, don't have diabetes or not. I had a little cancer, but they said I'm clear of that now, so I'm fine with that too. Thankful.
That's good.
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
I don't quite have the abilities that I used to have, but I can still walk, but not as well. But you know,
Hey.
I gotta watch my step because I can trip
Home.
pretty easy. And I know that would be not nice. I could fall kind of hard, I know, and then I might have some serious problems.
Yeah, I fell twice this year.
Not good.
Twice.
You have?
Yeah,
I've fallen 2 or 3 times in the past year.
banged up my arm real bad, and it banged up my leg real bad.
Oh,
Took a while. Matter of fact, still got scabs on it. But I'm here.
My ex-daughter-in-law,
I'm here.
I was down south last month, my ex-daughter-in-law, we went over to pick up my grandson. And I'm carrying a duffel bag here, and a baseball bag, and she, don't know what the hell she was doing. I was taking my time, because I'm half blind. Taking my time going through the front door, making sure there's not a step there, you know. Oh, she grabbed my arm and she goes, oh, you're fine, there's no step. And about that time I stepped off and there was a freaking step there.
oh boy.
I think she don't like me.
Steps are really hard.
My
You can
elbows
trip on them, or if there's one going down, all of a sudden it throws you totally off balance.
Oh, man.
You
And my
lose all your
elbow-
balance when that happens.
My elbow is just healing up from breaking down the freaking stucco.
Well, the thing of it is, when you got the proper feeling in your feet, you can stumble, you can kind of fumble and catch yourself. But when you don't have that feeling, you're down.
That's
Just
what you
prepare.
have, right? The neuropathy.
Neuropathy, yeah. But when I think about all the stuff I could have, I'm thankful.
I got no downward, my brain just quit.
Sense? Feeling it up and down?
Downward,
Sensation?
no, my eyes.
Depth of field? Or
No word for your side
Peripheral vision?
My downward peripheral is gone. I don't have it anymore.
From the glaucoma?
Yes. I'm blind in this eye.
well, see, that's it right there. Takes two eyes to get that peripheral.
Absolutely.
Depth perception.
And that's why you have two eyes. You know, that's one of the reasons.
I get so clumsy sometimes and trip over shit that ain't even there.
But that's why you just gotta take it slow and
I do.
I know, I do the same thing. My son always says, well, where's your cane? Well, it's at home. What's gonna help you out there? Well,
He's got a point.
true.
He's got a point.
No.
And it is.
No.
There are times when I wish I'd had it, but I try to get.
I'm not going to condemn you because I got 3 of them at home.
I gotta try to. I'm trying to learn to walk
And a
without it.
walking stick.
Well, I got canes, but it hurts my hands too much.
So,
to
so you're
carry.
getting used to hearing from him more often now,
Is that?
Stephen?
Well, yeah, he's around.
Yeah.
You know, you're a neighbor. They live next to each other.
I'll see you people
pretty
in a
close
couple
by.
weeks.
Just right across
Have
the
a good
way.
vacation.
Yeah, it's not a vacation to go visit.
Well, Lou, or Roy, have a
It's
good
not
one,
a
bud.
vacation.
Have a good trip, bud.
I will. I'll see you.
We'll
couple
we'll be seeing you in a couple weeks.
Well, yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks too. I'm not sure if I'll be here next week either. I probably won't.
Whatever.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll be on the road in Sacramento.
Okay, we'll see you. Say, Roy, have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hey,
but
Roy, don't forget the box.
Okay.
I brought a few tomatoes. I get to the last, I'm starting to scrape the bottom. I got, I've got the one that I take and cut off the little rotten spot or I have to give that to somebody else. You have to give them perfect ones. And my perfect ones are getting to be starting to shrivel and they're starting to.
Slim pickings.
Huh? But I still eat the ones that have a little soft spot. I just cut off the soft spot. And,
it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I went through and canned up the rest of ours.
I have a few left that I'm just sort of eating as I go. And I've already frozen a lot. I've given away tons. And that Dolly, she took a spill.
Really?
Yeah, she was chasing after her daughter's dog. And she tripped over a pipe or something. And she fell and messed up her knee. And she's really in bad shape right now.
Oh,
wow. Trying to recover from that. She's got some kind of brace on her knee or something.
That's not good.
You know Dolly, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
And now her daughter left, went to Hoopa or someplace, and now she's there by herself, so that's no fun either.
Well, I've gotten so used to living by myself.
So make do.
I'm so set in my ways. I don't think I would be easy to live with. Really.
Well, you know what you can do.
I wouldn't want to live with me. Let me put it that way.
Well, you know better than anybody else, though. No.
Yeah, it's,
Well, we can put up with you once a week anyway, though, so. we don't mind having you come.
Did I read
That's
this
right.
right? That can't be right. That's wrong.
What time are
I
you
guess
going?
it is. It says 11:07.
Yeah, that's about the right time.
It's about the right time.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
Well,
It
well,
flies
good
when
seeing
you're
you.
having fun, and it just flies anyway.
Anyway, I guess I'll be moving down the road myself here.
Yeah, I gotta go home.
Yeah, I got to cut some
Good seeing you,
wood.
Will.
I'll see you in a couple
Deal
of
with
weeks.
my
Hey, come back.
Couple weeks.
Cut some wood, deal with some wood, keep warm.
No, I only come down here every other week.
Well, you don't come every week?